Spock, this one is delicate. A government effort to combat anti-Semitism. How is that a laundering case?
Carefully, Captain, and only in one narrow part. To combat anti-Semitism, Canada adopted a working definition of it and made that definition the operative standard, capped by an official handbook in 2024. 7 of the definition's 11 examples concern Israel. The case takes no side on the live dispute about that definition and does not resolve it. Its subject is the structural move underneath. Who sets the standard, and what gets decided the moment they do?
The Definitional Dodge, Move 1.
Performed at the level of national policy. Do not meet a standard. Set it.
What is on the record?
The IHRA working definition, adopted by Canada in 2019. A companion handbook, announced in 2022 and published by Canadian Heritage on the 31st of October 2024. Around it, an action plan on combating hate, $273.6 million, a $90.5 million anti-Semitism package, and a special envoy, Deborah Lyons.
And you said only part of that is in frame.
Plainly, $32 million for the physical security of synagogues and community sites, and $41.2 million for hate crime data and police training that addresses a real and rising danger by material means. It is not a sentence craft problem, and the series does not treat it as one. The frame is the part that works by defining
The move itself.
The definitional dodge does not meet a standard. It moves it. Here, literally, the question, what is anti-Semitism, is answered by adopting a definition whose examples, 7 of 11, turn on Israel. Whatever you conclude about any single example, the boundary of a protected concept is set by whoever drafts and adopts the definition before any case is argued.
The government's defense?
On the record, and it belongs here. The handbook is non-binding. The definition itself says criticism of Israel, similar to that leveled against any other country, cannot be regarded as anti-Semitic. Defenders argue there is ample space to criticize Israel. The series records that in full. The move it names is not censorship. It is the prior step, a contested standard installed as the standard, under a brand built so that opposing it looks like opposing the fight against hate.
Your cleanest tell?
Not ours, and not a critic's, the definition's own lead drafter. Kenneth Stern, writing in The Guardian in 2019 about a U.S. executive order, said the definition was never intended to be a campus hate speech code, and warned it would harm not only pro-Palestinian advocates, but Jewish students and faculty and the academy itself.
He wrote that of an American measure, not the Canadian handbook.
Correct, and the case says so. It cites him for the drafter's documented position on the instrument, a standard whose author warns in print against the application its critics fear is a standard doing work it was not built to do.
And the dispute?
Genuine, multi-sided, and unresolved, including among Jewish organizations. For adoption, the government and the Center for Israel and Jewish Affairs. Against independent Jewish voices, the BC and Canadian Civil Liberties Associations, the Canadian Association of University Teachers, more than 40 faculty associations, and a letter of 104 organizations, including Human Rights Watch and the ACLU. The platform reports the disagreement. It does not adjudicate it.
Why does that matter structurally?
Because the standard was adopted over an active dispute. That is exactly when who holds the pen matters most.
The apparatus around it.
The integration stamp at the scale of a national strategy, an envoy, 2 summits, an action plan, a handbook. The existence of the apparatus offered as evidence that hate is being combated. The running of the process becomes the verdict on its subject. The same structure, Case 16 calls containment, and the certifiers edition finds in an audit law. Counter. The strategy launched, the summit convened. Name the outcome they produced, and name the speech, if any. The definition has been used to action.
The sharpest edge.
The definition is non-binding. Legislation is not. Bill C-63, the Online Harms Act of 2024, proposed a hate offence carrying up to life imprisonment, preemptive peace bonds before any offence, and a revived human rights complaint route for online speech. The Canadian and BC Civil Liberties Associations and Amnesty International Canada testified to a serious chilling effect risk. The bill died at prorogation in January 2025. Its hate provisions returned as the Combating Hate Act, Bill C-9, with the online parts routed to other ministers, a handoff involving Stephen Guilbeault, the figure at the centre of Case 7.
Hold the line here.
We do. The chilling effect is reported as what named bodies argued, not as a finding that any speech was suppressed.
State the claim and its limits.
It does not claim anti-Semitism is not real or not rising. It is both. It does not impute bad faith, does not call any measure illegitimate, does not resolve the definition dispute, and declares no speech protected or unprotected. It does claim this. A contested definition was installed as the operative standard for a protected concept, under a brand that makes opposition read as indifference to hate. The dispute about its effect on speech is real and on the record, including from the drafter. The surrounding apparatus is offered as proof of outcome, and naming the standard-setting move keeps a necessary safeguard honest.
Where does it sit?
Read as a sequence, it is Case 19's shape in a new domain. One effort, reissued and rebranded across a decade, the standard-setting pen never handed back. It is the definitional dodge of Case 17 and the supply side at the level of law, and it shares the subject of the free country, which is why the category error guard is load-bearing. The apparatus is red, the community it names is not.
Leave them the line.
Who holds the pen on the definition holds the boundary of the debate.